This is our new goal, really to become R&D hub within that part of the Europe. Over the years, we really can say that we witnessed the upgrade and significant progress in this collaboration. Personally, I love it. I adore it, and I use it almost every weekend.
Welcome to SFC Markets and Finance. On the sidelines of the 14th annual meeting of the New Champions 2023, which was held from June 27 to 29 in Tianjin, China, I had an in-depth conversation with Jelena Begovic, Minister of Science, Technological Development and Innovation of Serbia. Let's get after it. First of all, we talk about the current status of technological cooperation between China and Serbia. During the pandemic, Minister Begovic participated in the construction of 2 new FireEye laboratories for PCR testing and witnessed China's assistance to Serbia in medical supplies, expert advice, and vaccines. She said Serbia will never forget the valuable support and assistance from China.
Well, Serbia and China have been very active in collaboration in the fields of science, technological development, and innovations. Over the years, we really can say that we witnessed the upgrade and significant progress in this collaboration. Both sides have developed different modes and modalities and framework for the scientific collaboration. Those modes include, for instance, the exchange of students, exchange of experts, but also what is very important, mutual collaborative programs in scientific research. There is a huge, I can say, interest of scientists from Serbia for the collaboration, scientific collaboration with China. One of the really very nice examples of very concrete collaboration between our two countries is the presence of Beijing Institute of Genomics, BGI, with which the government but also different institutions in Serbia have a very strong scientific collaboration. And along with this institute and company at the same time, Serbia developed and invested in the opening of Serbian Institute for Genomic Sequencing and Bioinformatics within the Institute of Molecular Genetics and Genetical Engineering, which became very important infrastructure both for the medical research, but also for other types of research, including agriculture, environment protection, and similar. So a lot of our researchers are now collaborating with colleagues from different institutions, scientific institutions in China. I don't have the exact number of tech companies. I have the number of overall companies that have Chinese capital and Chinese companies in Serbia. The number is around 1,500 companies are present in Serbia. And as far as direct investments, from 2014 until 2022, China invested around $4.4 billion in Serbia. So this is a strong indication of very tight collaboration, and that China sees also Serbia as a potentially very good marketplace, although Serbia is a small country, but the position of Serbia and different cooperational treaties with different parts of the world, I think, makes Serbia very attractive also for the Chinese investors. And one more thing, which is also important, that there are strong incentives from the government for the companies, for the foreign direct investments, but also for the companies that are involved in R&D. So there are additional tax incentives that were adopted by the government in order to really motivate companies to bring their R&D in Serbia. So this is our new goal, really to become R&D hub within that part of the Europe. For the collaboration with the BGI, we do have constant communication and exchange of experts. Also, BGI opened for the beginning a small company that is developing different algorithms for the bioinformatics. So they employed for the beginning, they recently opened, they employed 10 PhDs from Serbia that are experts in bioinformatics, which is a great sign for us that we spread towards biotech and bioinformatics as one of the major, and AI, one of the major fields for the economy. But also there are a lot of companies like ZTE. It's a company, a very prominent Chinese company that is involved in production and development of telecommunication equipment. And this company is not only trading with Serbia, but also they were involved in different infrastructural development projects that happened in Serbia. Regarding the automotive industry, the company Chinese Linglong is also present in Serbia, and they opened a very modern manufacturing plant, bringing new technologies in this facility. So these are some of the examples of the companies present.
Then we move on to the two sides collaboration under the Belt and Road Initiative. China and Serbia are iron brothers and comprehensive strategic partners. As one of the first countries to sign an MOU on the Belt and Road Initiative with China, Serbia is also among the very first to benefit from infrastructure partnership with China. Minister Begovic said, joining this initiative not only makes Serbia more visible for China, but also make it more visible at the global level, attracting a lot of big companies' investment to Serbia. She hoped that the two countries could continue working on technological cooperation under the BRI framework. Last but not least, she talked about the Hungary-Serbia Railway, a flagship project under the BRI that has transported 3 million passengers between Belgrade and Novi Sad, Serbia's two largest cities, in first year of operation. She told us she adores this project for its convenience, punctuality, and environment friendliness. Let's get after it.
From the very beginning, from the 2013, Serbia has been a great and strong supporter of Belt and Road Initiative, where we see this visionary project of the President Xi Jinping as really a big, on a global level, big and important project. Our President Aleksandar Vučić attended both forums in 2017 and 2019, and he confirmed his participation on the forum this year. So this is a strong indication how important this project has been for Serbia. Also during 2019, a bilateral cooperation program was signed within this forum. So we see this vision as a possibility for Serbia to become more visible for China, for this part of the world, but also more visible at the global level. So the result of this Belt and Road Initiative, the results are very visible, and they brought a lot of big companies to Serbia, which really influenced in a positive manner our economy. Also, new job opportunities were opened. The companies that are present in Serbia, for instance, Zijin Corporation, well, they preserved and opened new job positions for people in Serbia, and this is something that is very important for Serbia. So on a long term, We see these as an economical opportunity for Serbia, but also it's not only about economy, it's about cooperation, it's about collaboration in different fields, including science, including innovations, including technology, including cultural collaboration. So I think our two countries have a lot to offer to each other, but also a lot to offer to the rest of the world. So we see this initiative as a mechanism for this. I see the science and innovation as a new pillar that should be initiated, and that both countries should be working on. I think this is a great opportunity for both countries, including the building of new infrastructures for science, but also in building new scientific ecosystems between our two countries. Personally, I love it. I adore it, and I use it almost every weekend.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yes. So this was if I speak as a citizen of Serbia, this has been a huge step forward for the citizens, because Novi Sad and Belgrade, which are two biggest cities in Serbia, became one city thanks to this railway. In the past, you needed to drive a car, and it took you between hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, to reach Novi Sad, or from Novi Sad to Belgrade. And now in 30 minutes with a speed train, and you have a cup of coffee and you just read a few mails, you reach the center of both cities. So for people who now work in the other city, it's really convenient, so that they don't have to move to find an apartment to another city. If they have a job in Belgrade or Novi Sad, they really very conveniently just travel in 30 minutes. So much faster than a car and other way of transportation. And this also, it's bringing the reduction in the emission of the gases and everything. But, you can count on your time, and you're always punctual, so you can get to the meeting and anything that you want to do in the other city. So I really personally love this railway. Well, once you build the infrastructure between regions, between provinces, for the economy, it brings people first closer together, from the small things to the larger things. It connects strongly and closely two cities, which are the economical centers of Serbia. So when people move easily, then the ideas, move and flow. So there are no obstacles. And if you can, have two meetings in a day, one in Novi Sad, one in Belgrade, it speeds up the process. Then if you want to build a plant, you can build it somewhere around Novi Sad, but people from Belgrade can really work over there and come back home in the afternoon. So these, although they don't seem as big things, they are big things. So this infrastructure, and this is just the first part of this project, so the railway, speed rail between Belgrade and Novi Sad, and so far around 3 million passengers for 1 year. We celebrated in March the first year, used this transportation. We're now in the second stage of building the continuation of this railway towards the city of Subotica in the northern part of Serbia, near the border with Budapest. So on the other hand, on Hungarian side, they're building the railway towards Serbia. So once it is connected, so it will take us around 2.5-3 hours to Budapest, the capital of Hungary, which is in European Union. So this is now direct connection, fast connection between Serbia and Hungary and the rest of the European Union. So this is, I would say, a really critical and very important infrastructure for Serbia, for culture, for trading, for economy, for people. This was actually a part of the regional project agreed between China and Central Eastern European countries mechanism, but also at the same time it's very important segment of the Belt and Road Initiative. And within this project, during the development and the construction and the building, we had symbiosis between Chinese and Serbian engineers, experts, managers, construction workers. And I think this is why this project was so successful and rapidly finished in Serbia. So I see this collaboration in the future in the same manner that we scientists collaborated with scientists from BGI. And at a certain point, we really lived together when we were building Huoyan laboratories. So we developed very close relations with those colleagues, and today we are still in communication with them and making plans for the future cooperation between our two companies and between our two scientific ecosystems.
That's most of what we discussed. In addition to the above topics, we also talk about the opportunities and challenges in the upcoming AI era. She said once the technology left the box, it would never go back to it. And thus, she called upon a global legal and ethical framework on AI. In the interview, she told us great news. Serbian President Aleksandar Vučić will attend this year's Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation. This visit will mark the third time for President Vučić to attend the BRI Forum, after attending the previous editions held in 2017 and 2019. Let's see how the two countries will further strengthen their economic cooperation in the future.